How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the New Year deal sale that runs through February 4th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic or Game Rankings. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my daily coverage of every sale that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 25K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. For $7.49, The Surge 2 is a brutal sci-fi action RPG where your plane crashes on the outskirts of Jericho City, leaving you to survive a city under martial law, rampant robots, and a spreading nanostorm. You'll explore a sprawling, devastated urban landscape, engage in unforgiving melee combat, and strategically dismember enemies to steal valuable limbs and gear, while upgrading your exosuit, implants, and drones to face massive, terrifying bosses. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Supraland is a first-person open-world puzzle platformer where you set out to save your toy village in a colorful, vibrant sandbox world hidden beneath a backyard, full of playful charm, humor, and clever design. You'll explore a huge, interconnected map, combine clever abilities to solve imaginative puzzles, and battle enemies in fast, frenetic first-person combat while uncovering tons of secrets, upgrades, and hidden shortcuts. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Devil May Cry 5 Deluxe and Virgil is a stylish, fast-paced action game where demon hunters Dante, Nero, and Virgil unleash over-the-top combat against a demonic invasion threatening the human world. Players juggle enemies with fluid combos, swap weapons and devil breakers, master multiple fighting styles, and enjoy bonus deluxe content including extra weapons, music tracks, and playable Virgil with his own challenging high-skill moveset. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Moss is a single-player VR action-adventure puzzle game where you guide Quill, a courageous mouse, through an enchanting, immersive world filled with hidden secrets, enemies, and ancient magic. What begins as a simple journey evolves into an epic quest as Quill discovers a mysterious glass relic and sets out to save her uncle, requiring clever puzzle solving, engaging combat, and exploration of beautifully crafted environments. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Tomb Raider Legend is a faithful emulation of the classic PS2 action-adventure, now playable on PS4 and PS5, blending exploration, combat, and puzzle solving into a thrilling global adventure full of danger and mystery. Follow Lara Croft as she travels to remote locales in search of a legendary artifact while confronting deadly enemies, ancient traps, and uncovering secrets from her past that threaten to change everything she knows. It's an 82 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Warhammer Vermintide 2 is a 4-player co-op action game where you and your allies bravely battle the forces of chaos in Skaven across the grim Warhammer fantasy world in brutal melee combat. You'll hack and slash through hordes in intense first-person combat, choose from 15 distinct careers with unique abilities, and tackle varied missions, challenging heroic deeds, and progression systems built around loot and talent trees. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 200 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution is a digital card battler that lets you relive over 20 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime history from the original series through Vrains with updated mechanics and visuals. You'll build decks from over 10,000 cards, duel iconic characters across multiple story campaigns, and master modern mechanics like Link summoning while tackling tutorials, reverse duels, and varied challenge modes. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $6.99, Middle-earth: The Shadow Bundle is an epic action-adventure collection featuring both Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition and Shadow of War Definitive Edition. Players conquer fortresses, build their personal orc armies, explore open-world Mordor, and experience story expansions, nemesis updates, and new playable characters across massive battles and rich narrative campaigns. It's an 84 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 65 hours to get both platinums. For $7.49, Jack 2 is an action-adventure where Jack returns with new dark eco-powers, transforming him into a truly formidable force. Players traverse dystopian Haven City, battling enemies with weapons, vehicles, and a high-tech jetboard, while completing missions, exploring hidden districts, and mastering dark eco-abilities, all while uncovering dark secrets, upgrading gear, and honing combat techniques against increasingly dangerous foes. It's an 88 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Gorn is a ludicrously violent VR gladiator simulator where players step into the arena to unleash creative, chaotic, and over-the-top combat fantasies. Players savagely battle opponents using swords, maces, and bows while mastering physics-driven interactions, executing brutal takedowns, and experimenting with other weapons, all while improvising with the environment, timing attacks perfectly, and finding inventive ways to dominate foes. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Hand of Fate 2 is a dark fantasy dungeon crawler where players face a living, ever-changing board game of perilous encounters. Players battle enemies with swords, magic, and traps, explore mysterious dungeons filled with secrets, and strategically collect powerful cards, all while uncovering hidden treasures, completing quests, and making choices that affect the world, unlock rare rewards, and influence powerful allies strategically. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 110 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Midnight Fight Express is a hyperkinetic, fast-paced action brawler where players control Babyface, a former underworld operative lured back into the city's criminal chaos by a mysterious AI drone. Fight across levels using melee, firearms, and environmental weapons, level up skills through a combat tree, and unleash devastating combos, takedowns, and brutal street brawls while exploring neon-lit streets and customizing your appearance. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Pepper Grinder is an action-packed pirate adventure where Pepper and her super-powered drilling device, Grinder, set out to reclaim treasure stolen by mischievous gnarlings across dangerous seas. Players burrow through terrain and water, control machines, and pulverize enemies, all while collecting jewels, solving clever puzzles, and upgrading abilities in a colorful world filled with secrets, hidden treasures, and exciting challenges. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7.49, The Wild at Heart is a whimsical storybook adventure where two runaway kids command a swarm of magical spritelings to explore the mysterious deep woods, uncover secrets, and restore a forgotten world. You'll gather resources, craft upgrades, and rebuild broken paths, all while solving puzzles, nurturing your spritelings, and battling supernatural foes and mischievous forest creatures skillfully in a vibrant, enchanting environment. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $8.09, Need for Speed Rivals Complete Edition lets players experience high-octane, adrenaline-fueled, heart-pounding racing in Redview County, choosing to play as cops or racers while using unique cars, mods, and advanced technology. The Complete Edition includes the full game plus all 6 previously released DLC packs, offering extra cars, missions, and challenges across a gritty, open-road environment. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, and the Platinum is unfortunately unobtainable as the online servers have been permanently shut down. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. There's something here for every type of player, so be sure to check some of these out while the sale is still going on. From this set of games, I've played Tomb Raider Legend, Vermintide 2, Jak 2, Gorn, Need for Speed Rivals, and the Middle-earth games, so I can recommend each of those from personal experience. The rest of the games do look pretty fun, though. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.